Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Saddest Night Out. My name is Roy, and I am the host of this daily podcast, and it's primarily about music and creative culture in London. First and foremost, there is some strong language used in this episode, so you have been warned. Now that I've got that out of the way, today's episode feels like a bit of a throwback in spirit to some of the episodes I did, I think back in the 40s and 50s, in episode numbers, not in years, not in the 1940s. But I think in the episodes that number in the 40s and 50s, I can't quite remember which, maybe even earlier than that, I did a few episodes where I would be at an open mic and talk to a bunch of the performers in one episode. And that's what is happening on this episode. So it was recorded at last night's open mic at the Plough. I'm there every Sunday. Go to ukopenmic.com to see some of the open mics that I do. And I think everyone that I talk to on this episode is new to the podcast. So those people are Kai and Tim, who together are the group Cement Ship, or at least part of the group Cement Ship. They tell you a bit more about that. I also talked to Adam Wedd, who is a solo performer who I met for the first time, I think, 8 days before this was recorded. And I talked to Laura-Jayne Meades, who I met for the first time, maybe about 3 hours before this episode was recorded. So they are all musicians. Kai and Tim have travelled from the US to play some shows in the UK. They're only here for 10 days. And Tim has performed at the open mic before, back in 2018, so he tells us a bit about that. Also, Tim's sister Laura is there in the background of this episode. I think I say hello to her at some point. So there's a lot of laughs shared in this episode. It was the end of the night at the Plough. We'd had a good night. It was a bit of a quieter night, but we'd had a good time between us. I think some drinks might have been had. I didn't drink, but I still felt intoxicated by the conversation. There was just such a good vibe. And in fact, this episode is going up a little bit later than I normally upload episodes. I normally aim for the morning, but put them up normally around 4 o'clock-ish at the latest. And this one is likely to go up around 10 o'clock in the evening. And that's because the conversation's about 15 minutes long. And I was slightly putting off having to go through it and try and sort out the audio. Because it's a group of us talking for a long time, some people talk more loudly than others, and I knew I'd have to listen through the whole thing and lift the volume for certain parts when people are talking a bit more quietly. But listening back, it took me right back into the room, which is what I hope these episodes do for you. I hope it makes you feel like you're in the room with us as all of this is happening. Because talking to Adam, who works in a studio, and I would hope to talk to him again in the future to find out more about that, he was talking about the idea of recording somewhere professional, which is a good idea, but I am somewhat drawn to the novelty of just pulling out my phone and recording wherever I happen to be and capturing some of the atmosphere. So it's a bit loud. Sometimes you hear some people more clearly than others, but hopefully you get the gist of what we're talking about. So once again, I'm talking to Kai and Tim, who perform together under the name Cement Ship. I'm talking to Adam Wedd, and I am talking to Laura-Jayne Meades. So Cement Ship, you can find them on Instagram at Cement Ship, CEMENTSHIP. Adam Wedd, you can find on Instagram at Adam Wedd, ADAMWEDD. And Laura-Jayne has 2 profiles because she's just that professional. One is Laura-Jayne's World, LAURAJAYNESWORLD, all as one word. All of these names, by the way, are all as one word. And her other profile is more geared towards her music, and that is at LJ Music, ELLJAYY Music. I think that's how you spell it. There might be an extra Y in there. I think I'll explain it more at the end. But anyway, this conversation happened after our open mic at the Plough. It was a bit of a quiet one, as I mentioned. Kai and Tim came a bit late because they played a show earlier that night in Hackney and then came to us afterwards. Tim tells you a bit more about their plans while they are here. Adam arrived a bit late. Laura arrived even later, but she got there just in time to see Adam play. So we had a good time. We'd each played a couple of times. And then their aim was to just introduce each of these people to the listeners of this podcast. So they're a little bit fast forwardy type conversations, just getting the cliff notes, the highlights of who these people are. But hopefully in the future I'll get some more in-depth chats with each person so we can find out more about them. So this is me talking to Kai and Tim of Cement Ship, Adam Wedd and Laura-Jayne Meades. Enjoy, and I'll catch up with you afterwards.
Woo!
That means we are live.
Right. Yes, come on.
We're in the
Saddest
Plough.
night out, my buddies.
I'm not shy.
We're in the Plough. The open mic has finished. I'm here with some of our performers from earlier tonight. We're going to hear as much as we can from all of them. I'm going to go clockwise. Just introduce yourself and tell me a fun fact about yourself.
Kai Hornbeck, and I'm left-handed.
Whoa, not too fun, right?
Dial back
Reel it in a little bit.
Dial back the crazy
Fun
on that
fact? You don't want to know the fun facts.
Tim Brady. I'm allergic to penicillin.
I'm sorry. Should I be sorry? I don't know what that means.
one. Oh God! Like, do we need to get you an ambulance? So for real. Sorry.
I'm Adam Wedd, and my mum wants to call me Leroy.
Aww.
Yeah.
Is it like a middle name or anything? Or just-
My middle name's Lloyd.
Oh.
All the cool kids are out tonight, dude.
Up next.
Hi, my name's Laura-Jayne Meades, and I was in the live version of Guitar Hero 4.
Whoa! We might have a winner for coolest fact. The rest of us being like, man, I'm not as fun as that. I wish I had as fun as that. So, the main reason I started to record tonight is because, Tim, you are back on our shore since, was it November you were last here?
November, yeah.
So, what have you been up to since then? I believe an award was won at some
Yeah,
point.
playing a lot of shows. We won Band of the Year in our hometown of Santa Cruz,
Woo!
California.
Band of the year, everybody!
Yeah,
Come on, Tim.
super stoked. Like shy of 2 years from forming the band,
Whoa.
so
Pretty
pretty
kind
happy
of
about
busy while
that.
you're out.
Yeah, very busy.
So, what brought you back here then?
You did, right?
We love you, Roy.
The way you introduced
That makes
us.
it sound like I was saying, so you better say me, you better say me.
You say cement shipping.
Who's paying the airfare, man?
Well, my sister Laura has work out here from time to time,
Hi,
so
Laura.
I hop on board and get a free place to stay. So I work around that.
Now, you mentioned that you're in a band, but the few times I've seen you solo in November, and now I see you here with Kai on the bass.
Right.
So, what is the full band? Who else is in it?
Sure, it's quiet.
It kind of changes from time to time. We had a drummer for a while who also played the guitar.
He's in and out.
He's in and out. We have a saxophone player now,
Okay.
and we're messing with a keyboard player. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's it.
So, apart from you, who's been in it the longest?
Kai.
Yeah.
And how long is that? How long have you been in it, Kai?
Coming up on 2 years.
Have you been abroad with Tim before? For the
No,
band?
never.
He's been with me since
I've
our
never been
second
abroad
show.
before ever, so.
Wait, you never what, sorry? You never been abroad
Never,
ever?
yeah, never been out of the country.
He got his. He just got his passport.
Just to come see you.
And the first day he's here, comes right off the plane. We take the tube, pop out right in the middle of Pride. Like a million people in the streets. So.
A nice calm time to
Yeah.
come to the first place. So, how long have you two known each other, Tim and Kai?
I don't know.
That long?
Wow.
Yeah.
Too long.
Were you playing music as soon as you knew each other, or did you know each other for a while and then music came into it?
Oh, we knew each other for a while before that.
Yeah, then we played once years ago.
Like did some punk music or something like that.
Just one random time we jammed, and then
Yeah.
years later, I was like in another band, and it was just ending. So Tim asked if I want to play bass. And I was like, yeah,
And the rest is history.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So how long are you in the UK for?
2 weeks.
And
This
how
time.
many shows are you looking to play in that time?
10. Well, we've got 10 booked, and then maybe some more open mics.
So 10 would be a lot for most people, but you're saying like 10's the starting point. 10's like we can do that.
I
in our
tried to
sleep.
do one every single day. We're here for 2 weeks, but a couple of things fell through, and then my fingers. So I want them to still attached when I leave.
We want all 10 digits, all 4 limbs still on Tim.
Yes,
When
one
we send
one
him
digit
back.
every show.
Tim's limbs.
Tim's lips.
Spin-off show. Tim's limbs. Coming soon to Apple Podcast.
Tim's lips could be like a medical, like fucking. How about
Your
show?
body today. Tell us your ailments.
I'm trademarking that. That was my idea. Okay.
Need a
Tim's
new
limbs.
elbow? Does anyone need a new elbow? Tim's limbs.
That was the cheap Grey's Anatomy
Eyebrow.
government publication.
I got a rip, someone
the
needs
bootleg
it. What would you call it? Spare? Is it a spare rib?
Need a third nipple?
From the makers of Grey's Anatomy comes Tim's list. We've gone a little bit off piece there. Let's bring it back.
It's a chop shop for medicine.
Brought to you by Tim.
Yeah,
Our sponsors this episode.
Oh, they've got an ad segment here. It's sponsored by Tim Blooms.
You're welcome, Tim. That's all I can say about that. Also, I should mention to the listeners, Tim is wearing the coolest cement ship hat. If I didn't say cement ship is the name of the band. Where did that name come from?
So there's an old World War I oil tanker locally called the Cement Ship. It's called the SS Palo Alto. It's in the middle of our bay. It's called Monterey Bay. And I was just looking. I love the concept of it. It's
Gone through so much over the years too. It's like 100 years old now. And was like a casino for a while and like party boat where they had like concerts and stuff on.
back in the 30s.
Like a bootleg boat where they'd have like bootleg alcohol and stuff. And
Basically, it was made for one purpose and never saw that purpose, but saw other things through its life.
It's used for everything but.
Yeah, and now it's just this local landmark that people like cherish in our bay. Yeah, it's falling apart. It's decaying.
It's a very cool name. Like I can see it on T-shirts. I can see it on banners. I can see tattoos. I see it on hats.
Yes.
Right there.
Sounds like your sync note.
Say what?
Sounds like your sync
That's the thing. Like a Led Zeppelin. That's cement shit.
Right.
How people say that to me, I was like, I didn't even realize that.
Oh yeah, cement shit. I guess it would kind of say.
Also, I just didn't want to have Tim Brady on a shirt.
Well, Tim's limbs is definitely.
Tim's list maybe, but
Tim's.
you know,
Tim Brady.
I can see that. This rhymes.
Guys. That's like
This is the $1 million episode right here. All these ideas is firing out.
Guys.
Just with the Roy's boys over here.
Boys and guys.
That's a high five moment.
I'm so glad I had pressed record, right? Yes, I'm getting all of this. This is gold. This is all staying in, by the way.
Name of the show, man.
It really isn't.
Roy and the boys and girls
Just click the link below for Roy's boys
and girls,
and girls.
inclusive.
And guys, there'll be a pop-up later.
Like a
We
pop-up
do
shop for debauchery.
These magnificent ideas are being brought to you by some of our other performers tonight, who are from a little closer than California. So, Adam, when did you first play one of our nights?
Last Saturday I played in Baker Street at Allsops, and it was really fun. It's a Saturday night.
It was. I wasn't even meant to be hosting that night, but fate brought us together.
Yeah, man, it was really fun evening. It was great.
So, how long have you been playing music in London in general?
In London, when I was 16, I came to play in Camden, and it was really bad. And then so on and off for like maybe 10 plus years, just like.
Wow. So you had a really bad first experience.
Yeah, but then I was 16, so I gave myself some slack. But
That didn't scare you off.
I got
You
the
were like,
sound man to record my set, and I listened back. I was like, oh no.
You're a great 16-year-old. Must
Yeah.
have been like, never again. I'm burning my guitar.
Well, I think I thought I knew what I wanted, and I heard it. I was like, I've got some work to do. So on and off since then, I've been playing, and now I'm like, I want to put an album out. So that's kind of me right now. The next 18 months, trying to work towards that.
Busting it now.
So you're working towards an album, but is there anything recorded out there already?
Yeah, there's some stuff on Spotify, a couple of YouTube videos, and I've got an EP 7-track coming out in October, and I'm playing in New York, and we've got a song called Ghost that's going to be coming out around that time as well, in time with Halloween.
How did you score a show
And
in
broken
New York?
relationships.
You're not mentioning the ex again.
Oh no. Never.
Of course, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, that's that. No, to me.
New York. How did you end up in New
Oh,
York?
so I'm studying for a master's at a place called Tyard Studios in King's Cross, and I met a guy there who lives in New York. He's like a record producer, and we're doing this track together. So he lives out there, and so that kind of happened. And
Wow.
And then I got booked to play a gig at Pianos in Manhattan, and I've just got booked for a Sofa Sound in Austin. So it's turned into a bit of like a month of American madness. It's really fun.
I've only ever read about places like Piano, so I need some footage of you when you are
You
there.
should come out, man, as well. Like
One day.
there's a few friends that are coming out just for fun. So
I have to jump on that flight with you.
Yeah, do it.
You got a big guitar case. I can just kind of
£300 right now. £300. Skyscanner. Return New York.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. You got your sponsors now.
And on to one of our other performers now, who played with us tonight for the first time. How did you come to join us tonight?
Don't even talk to me. I'm a newbie to the scene, like massively. I've only lived here 6 months.
Did you start playing as soon as you moved here?
Pretty much, yeah. So, I'm pretty bad at it, I think.
Eminem, Justin Timberlake. You got very cool music taste.
Yeah,
You
you
do
think?
those covers great justice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like 90s, 2000s, early 2000s kind of vibe, innit?
It makes me sad to think some people might call that classic because it feels like it's like a
Yeah.
couple of years ago.
No one,
20 years.
no one expects a 30-year-old girl from West Brom to sing Eminem, do they? Like they're going like, oh yeah, she's gonna sing Adele, innit? Like,
Just you. Adele, I got some Adele for you.
But the thing is, funny stories, I actually do play that a lot.
From West Brom though.
Yeah.
So is that where you lived before here?
Yeah, born and bred in the place that was voted twice in a year running of the worst place in the UK to live.
Woo,
Yeah,
congrats.
yeah. Ooh, bigging it up for the worst place to live in the UK.
Was it the second win that made you think, maybe I shouldn't stay here? Maybe
I thought that like the first year it was just like it was a fluke, and then second year it was like no,
Okay,
actually
okay.
it's terrible. Where I come from, like it actually
I'm
is
connecting the dots
terrible.
here. Maybe it's
Yeah.
not me.
Like my family's good, but we're probably the only good family there. But
So was it a big decision to come to London? Was it like,
yeah, I quit my job to move to London.
wow?
Yeah,
So far so good here.
Well, let's see.
Touch some wood as you say that.
I'm searching somewhere like knock on my noggin, you know.
What's the blue sky plan while you're here? If everything works out your way, what would you like to do while you're here?
You shouldn't ask me that question. See, I'm going to be serious. Do you want a serious answer?
Let it out. Go as wild as your imagination will let you be.
What was the question again?
What's your wildest dreams that you want to achieve while you're in London?
Oh no, you can't ask me that. You can't ask me
Discover an
that.
open mic like A Star Is Born. Grab
Yeah,
two
yeah.
breaks in.
Let's go down the Ed Sheeran route or something. Like do some like. No, I'm trying to play down what I was actually going to say because there's a place in Kentish Town that like has had a little bath and stuff. Like, but you know.
Okay. But you played one original song tonight. Is there a bit of a body of work of yours that you're slowly teasing out there?
Yeah, I'm writing an album, and it's all about one ex, one particular ex.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bit of an eventful breakup.
It's been a 3-year work in progress. It helps me get through it, you know. Like, you know, and one day he'll see it and I'll get loads of money for it and I'll be like, yo, fuck you, bitch.
That's the best event to get on X. Makes a multi-million-dollar selling
You know,
record
like,
about
it's
that.
better than shout out to your ex. It's going to be like really heartfelt. It's going to be like 50-year-old women singing it. Like, Sandra's going to be going like, I don't want to be alone. And I'll be like, yeah, Sandra, come on. Get up on stage, Sandra. You know how it feels when you were 12. Like, innit?
Going out to Sandra, that one.
It's going out to Sandra on our breakup.
So there's nothing online or recorded yet. You're working on it at the moment.
No, I'm really new to this, to be fair, but got that charisma,
Down to a T. And you're among good friends here. You're in good company.
I'm among friends, yeah. And I'm also a Laura. That's a Laura.
Hi again, Laura.
We got a little bong going on. We got a bong
So
going
Laura,
on.
nothing online yet for you. Adam, you mentioned you've got an EP on
Yeah, I'm so
7-song
boring.
EP. This is me in podcast host mode, trying to smoothly transition. So you're saying that nothing online yet, but watch this space.
Forgot to mention, he asked me to write a song with him, sort of.
Adam
We're
asked you
going
to
to do
write
that,
something.
yeah.
Okay, so
So that's the reason I'm here, actually, is that we didn't know each other before.
when did you meet Adam?
Instagram friends.
Yeah, Instagram friends who are now real life friends.
Okay. So over Instagram, Adam, you were like, Laura should come down to the Sunday night.
Yeah. And this is the first time we've met tonight, and we're talking about making a song, weren't we? So we're possibly going to write something together.
It's the magic of the open mic. I feel like I should get a cut of whatever song I make because I brought you together. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
We'll get you on it, man. Songwriting's amazing, man. I guess like music is too amazing to just kind of create on your own. It's always better when you get other people involved and you're playing off each other's experiences and stuff.
Oh, you're being too sweet about it.
And now it's on the record, so you guys have to.
Yeah, we have to actually make a song now. We have to actually. Is it going to be about your ex and my ex together? Yeah.
And how they got together.
Yeah. And let's make a song about them two together.
Them getting together and then them breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's meta.
That's good.
Real melodramatic it sounds
Yeah.
like a whole Marvel Cinematic Universe within one song. And taking it back to the start, so Tim, where can people find you online and follow your journey?
Social media, Cement Ship, @CementShip or cement-ship.com. We have a video on YouTube. Just search Cement Ship. Let's break apart together.
And thank you all very much for coming tonight, whether it was just from around down the road or across the sea.
Yeah,
Thank
come
you,
on,
Roy.
boys.
Honestly, Roy, you're amazing.
Yeah.
The things that you're doing. Like,
Sponsored by Roy's Boys.
The thing is about Roy is Roy loves people and he loves music. That is impressive.
Roy loves boys. No.
That I'll let
Which is fine. And if Roy does love boys, that's okay.
Okay, that's enough for today's episode. Thank you all very much. Happy Pride, everyone.
Roy's Boys and Kai's guys.
And we're done. And that was that. Thank you once again to Kai and Tim of Cement Ship, Adam Wedd, and Laura-Jayne Meades. Yeah, things got a little bit weird towards the end of that conversation. It was all in good fun. It was all in jest. I kind of think Roy's Boys and Kai's Guys could be rival sports teams. And that's all I imagine those terms being. Yeah, I hope you could glean some of that good atmosphere by listening to that. All very interesting people, all fantastic performers as well. And a bit of a wide range of backgrounds there. So one group been going for about 2 years, came here from the US. Adam played a show when he was 16, and that wasn't enough to scare him off. He just became more committed, which I really salute. And he's another fantastic performer. And then Laura-Jayne only moved here 6 months ago. Pretty new to the neighborhood. The figurative neighborhood that we all live on. I guess this podcast could be considered a neighborhood. Adam playing pianos in New York, which is mentioned quite a lot in the book I talk about every episode pretty much. Meet Me in the Bathroom, which very much set the groundwork for what I'm trying to achieve with this podcast. So that's really exciting news for him. And once again, you can find them all on Instagram. Cement Ship @CementShip, CEMENTSHIP, Adam Wedd @AdamWedd, ADAMWEDD, and Laura-Jayne @Laura-Jayne's World, LAURAJAYNESWORLD, and her second profile, which is mainly about music, @LJ Music, ELLJAYY Music, possibly 3 Ys. You'll have to find out for yourselves. But thank you to all of them for talking to me. It was a really fun night, and I do hope I get to see Kai and Tim again because they think they might be back in town. Let's remember how to talk. They might be back in town Thursday or Friday this week, so hopefully I get to see them again. As for me, I have just decided I probably won't make episode 200 by my birthday unless I do record those 10 episodes of just me spelling random words, which apparently is something I'm quite good at, as I've discovered on this episode. But I do have another show coming up. It is on the 30th of July, another Tuesday. I am still shoring up who will be playing with me. But if it goes well, I think I might try and make it an every other Tuesday type of thing. So watch this space for that. I might get into more detail about that on tomorrow's episode. But thank you very much for listening. Sorry this came out a little bit late. I would be very surprised if anyone actually listens to this on the same day that it's posted. But if you do, thank you. Otherwise, I will catch you on the next episode, whenever that may be. Until then, take care.